Barack Obama's foreign policy advisor, Christian.
Obama mania, meanwhile, is spreading from Iowa to New Hampshire all the way to Central Europe. The International Herald Tribune reports the Illinois senator has become huge in Germany, where he is being compared to the much-loved John F. Kennedy. The Berliner Morgenpost ran a headline this morning calling him the new Kennedy. The tabloid Bild said the black American has become the new Kennedy. And an editorial in the Frankfurter Rundschau had a headline, Lincoln, Kennedy, Obama, and said that, quote, hope and optimism are the source of the nation's strength. Meanwhile, an inmate in the Pueblo County, Colorado jail who was injured during his second escape is suing the county and several officials because the jail was not secure enough to prevent him from breaking out.
My mother was born in the heartland of America, but my father grew up herding goats in Kenya. His father and despite past differences, this is the moment when the world should support the millions of Iraqis who seek to rebuild their lives. This is the moment when we must come together to save this planet.
Dream.
My father was a foreign student, born and raised in a small village in Kenya. He grew up herding goats.
Frank Marshall Davis, writer. I have a collection of intimate portraits called horizontal cameos.
President Obama is the least transparent president in the history of this country. There's never been anything like it. We know very little about our president. I'm very honored to have gotten him to release his long-form birth certificate, or whatever it may be. Now, many people have questions, and very serious questions. I have a deal for the president, a deal that I don't believe he can refuse, and I hope he doesn't. If Barack Obama opens up and gives his college records and applications, and if he gives his passport applications and records, I will give to a charity of his choice, Inner City Children in Chicago, American Cancer Society, AIDS research, anything he wants, a check immediately for $5 million.
Here's the original document that Obama just posted on the White House website.
He should have done it a long time ago. Why he didn't do it when the Clintons asked for it, why he didn't do it when everybody else was asking for it, I don't know.
I'm now going to point out some glaring inconsistencies that prove beyond any shadow of a doubt that this document, Obama's long-form birth certificate, has obviously been tampered with. Here we have the original document loaded in Adobe PDF Reader. When zoomed in, inconsistencies in the text emerge. Notice how the K in Kansas appears blurred while the rest of the word is sharp. We will examine this further by loading the birth certificate into Adobe Illustrator. The first thing to note is that this document is made up of no less than 9 different layers. By hiding and showing these layers, we can plainly see that the background and document text are separate images. Let's zoom in again. Notice that the blurred K in Kansas disappears when the background layer is hidden. This means that the word Kansas is being formed from multiple edited images. It is also apparent that the signatures are made up of several layers as well. Even the dates are composed of separate images. Even more interesting is that these image layers can actually be moved around the document, allowing anyone to rearrange this document as they please. And whoever did this rearranging, I mean doctoring, apparently was aiming to please Mr. Obama. If we now zoom in on a seemingly blank area of the document, we can see a faint outline of some type of seal. If we zoom in even closer, we can see that part of the seal is on the background and the other part is a separate and independent image. If part of the seal is undoubtedly fabricated, why couldn't the rest of the seal be fabricated as well? Strange. Obviously, the original document, if there even was one, just didn't cut it. And so this digital concoction had to be fabricated so that Obama could present to the American public exactly what he wanted the American public to see.